Warning. The following video contains content that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil pretty much everything. So there's that. Oh, and one more thing. I don't know why this took me a month to edit. Hello everybody, welcome to the AniCast Project. My name is Andrew, and with me today I have CB Bear.
Hello ladies, gentlemen, and other. We are the most amazing podcast ever, and we are extremely diverse for reasons and stuff.
Bailey.
I am the reasons we're incredibly diverse.
Will.
Hey, Bailey, you're not the reason. CB is also foreign.
Yay. Technical difficulties, the podcast is no more.
20 minutes just recording random crap when two people started
Yep.
This reminds me of episode 0 where all you were doing is playing like the 222 song and...
Wow.
Oh
I
my
don't even know
god.
who that
Okay.
is.
I've got new songs now, do you want to hear them?
No!
No.
Okay, let's
so,
start...
what's everyone been watching?
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's start with Will. What have you been watching?
Continue the airing season, and yeah, Kill is amazing.
Yes.
We'll go into a discussion after we're done saying
Yeah.
what we'll... Yeah.
If you
I'm
want to
be-
go into a discussion, I'll take off my headset
Okay.
again.
I'm beginning to, my hatred for Metrical Warfare grows, as it's worse than pupa.
Wait.
I'm not kidding.
You
It is
told,
utterly
hang on a
horrible.
second,
No.
you
Is
told
that
me
even
to watch
possible?
Magical Warfare earlier.
Yeah, because you pissed me off at saying Kill was all, you weren't gonna watch Kill. And you said you were
Okay,
gonna
I
watch
said,
it.
and now I am said I'm gonna watch it. I am said. Beautiful.
But don't watch Metrical Warfare.
Okay.
It is only for those who hate life.
Okay, no. Wonder Momo 2. Don't watch it.
I haven't watched it yet.
Don't!
It's worse than Pupa.
It is
Don't
worse
watch
than pupa, I'm serious.
Oh my god.
It's awful.
Seriously, no. Have you
I'm
seen the
saving your
latest
life
episode of Pupa?
here.
Have you seen the latest episode of Pupa?
No, I don't
It is-
watch pupa.
That is 3 minutes of her eating her brother and just saying, brother. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Oh,
my God.
I'm sorry, but
You got
Pupa,
paid
I
to
still
make
at the
this.
first few episodes and it's just shit. It's really
I'm-
painful.
I'm loving how everyone was overhyping pupa, and like I watched the first episode, it was just shit.
Who was hyping
Yeah,
it?
And
CB,
why?
I was hoping it would scare me.
You thought
I
it would
laughed.
scare you? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Japanese horror's the shit.
Hey, it's not shit.
not
Oh wait,
anime.
did you say the shit or just
The
shit?
shit. The shit.
Oh, cool.
The
Good.
shit.
If you said it was shit, I'd kill
Ever
you.
see The
Because,
Grudge? I mean, isn't that Japanese or no?
Has
That's
anyone
Korean.
seen Audition? That's good.
No, I haven't.
Has anyone here
I
seen
probably-
Killer
I think I've
Toons? It's like literally a horror movie. It's a Korean horror movie, but what it is this Korean mangaka, she draws comics, but what happens is they're comics of real people, and whoever she draws in her comics dies.
That sounds
In
like
ways-
Final
Death Note.
Destination.
That's
That
definitely
sounds
not
like
supposed to be
Final
artist-
Destination
artist.
mixed with Death Note mixed with Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool. It's really cool. It's a well done movie.
Sorry, I don't
Anyway,
like Korea because I hate
keep it anime.
fascists.
Keep it anime.
Yeah.
No.
Intentional ignorance. By the way.
All right, continue, Will.
Metrical Warfare is the worst thing since cancer.
Uh,
Oh, I'm not kidding.
Cancer's pretty bad.
The first 4 episodes take place like within like a month of the beginning and getting their powers, and they have no control over it. And then no indication of a time skip between episodes 4 and 5. Boom, they've mastered all their powers. It's like, wait, what? I thought you guys sucked at this.
I compared the first episode to Oprah because it was like you get some powers and you get some powers and you get the power.
You want powers?
Wow.
Here.
It's like episodes 1 through 4 take place in like, I guess around August, the end of their summer break. Episode like there's like no indication of a time skip. Episode 5 is like middle of February. It's like, wait, what? Like it's their graduation exams. Like, what? Since what?
Most time skips are poorly executed.
Most of them
Most.
say like in SAO it's like 2 years later or just the date. It's like
2 years has passed. Like it was like 2 months have. I loved.
How do you mean that? How do you mean they're poorly executed? As in the?
They're done very
shoddy.
Okay, but I mean, do you mean the time skip in the sense of how they skip the time, or
How they
what
skip the time
changed
and
after
when
the time
they basically did it, it's like there's no real indication why they did it. Like with
Okay.
Clanad, there was a time skip of like 6 months, and it was like, but it was like I didn't like it. And then that's why I don't like Clanad After Story, because of all the time skips, like, and how
And
long
because of the
certain
deadly
things
plot.
take. Because in Clanad After Story, the first 8 episodes are at high school, and then Nagisa has to do high school for 1 more year.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird.
And
the
then
first
it was
8
only
episodes
4
were high
episodes.
school.
Like, she was in high school for only 4 episodes, where it was like, we had 32 episodes of the
What
original
I thought was weird
Clanad
with the fact the
plus
first
Clanad
8
After
episodes
Story.
aren't after story; they're just a continuation of Planet.
I know, like, we basically have 32 episodes of them at high school, and then 4 with Nagisa. And then it's like, oh, she's pregnant. And then 5 years, like, it's 5 years later,
Guys.
and it's just, like, set undone. It's not,
I hate
it's
you
not
both.
done well. I just didn't like how well it
You told me
how
who
well it
won
did.
Clanad.
What?
I hate you both.
I mean, it's kind of predictable, so...
I haven't seen Clanad.
Oh
I haven't
come
started
on,
it.
like, that's the only. No, trust me. After like episode 1, you'll know.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like the
It's not-
childhood friend
it's not-
thing?
It's not like Nisekoi where it tries to like dive all over the place. It's pretty clear that Nagisa's the one.
Where it's like always the first one they meet. In
Here's
the,
the
show.
thing, though. Yeah,
And by the way,
yeah,
have you
it's
not
definitely
seen the
that.
disclaimer? We could spoil anything and everything or whatever.
Yeah.
So suck it.
So Kill la Kill episode 18.
we'll
Alright,
discuss that after. All right.
I'm done. I'm
Okay.
done.
Bailey, let's go with you.
Alrighty, let's do this.
I have been watching. I watched episode 8 of Miyushishi, which is pretty good. I have the same opinion as I had last time.
Just episode 8.
Mushishi is good.
Just episode 8. I watched episode 6 as well from last time actually, because I hadn't seen
What about
episode 6
7?
last time. I had already watched 7. Okay, last podcast I watched 1 through 5 and 7. Now I've watched 6 and 8.
Your time
And it's
watching
pretty.
is
It's
weird.
because I watched episode 7 first. Because someone was like, "This will get you into it," and I was like, "Okay," and then it didn't really. Miyushishi's pretty good, but as I said, I still don't really understand what it's trying to say or trying to really be, other than just a nice somber atmosphere piece. Like, if it still feels like it's trying to be, it feels like it needs something more to me. That's still how I feel about it.
Well, I'm actually something interesting about Mushishi. I think there might be a second season because the
There
manga
is.
The second
there is.
season's coming out.
Continued on.
It is
the second
coming out.
season's coming out next season.
Oh, nice.
It is,
There's an OVA if you haven't seen it yet. It came out.
and don't they announce it in the OVA?
Yes.
Just like they did with the SAO.
Sort of online. Yeah.
the SAO.
You knew the
OVA.
second team was coming, as I
Cough,
say.
cough.
Yeah, I know it
SAO
was.
might not be bad. Cough, cough.
Wait. Have you heard of Narrow? Or Narrow, like something online?
Oh.
It is a blatant copy of SAO, and the character design is superior to Kirito
Superior.
for the MC.
Hey, don't diss Kirito Christ.
What?
His
Kirito
name is like
Christ.
King Kirihito.
Really?
His name.
I'm
his
not
name
even
is
joking. It's
Kirito
called Narrow
Christ.
Fantasy Online. I'll show a photo on screen, and then I will post it. I'll post the photo in chat to the character design for Narrow or Online or Narrow
King
Fantasy Online.
Kirito.
It looks like a Madhouse version of Kirito.
Can I talk
I'm
about
pretty
my
sure his
shirt?
name is King Kirihito.
Oh, actually, I don't want to cut it.
Oh wow,
Kirito.
that's original.
Oh my god, I totally did not see what they
It
did.
looks quite
there.
good though.
I know,
Totally
it looked good.
did not see what they did there.
Andrew, I just remembered that if we hadn't had this podcast, I would have been watching Wonder Momo. No, it's just I finished Kill la Kill and I'm like, I don't have time to watch. I don't have time to like get started on those shows that were recently added.
Yeah.
I was about to go and watch it.
I'm saving you. Don't.
I'm
do
still
it.
gonna watch it anyway because it's on Crunchyroll in part of my challenge.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's
Talk about
actually
what
like an exact rip.
Continue, Bailey.
Yeah. I watched Gatchaman Crowds episode 3. Only episode
Yeah.
3. It's going somewhere. Like, it's not going down this straight standard narrative hero storyline quite clearly. I think it's I don't know, but I think it's gonna have some of that whole, based on what the setup in this episode's a big setting up for what I think's how it's gonna go with the whole influence of the internet thing being somewhat prominent. I think that's gonna like play a bigger role as it goes on, and the fact that the monster things that aren't really inherently evil,
Mess.
which
mean the
whatever they're called. Yeah, the mess thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that. And I'm like, I feel like they're gonna play with that a bit more. I mean, it's a kind of a cool thing to do now. On a different scale, don't say yes or no. This is just how I feel right from episode 3. On a different way, it kind of reminds me of a American movie, Captain Phillips, in the sense that it gets these villains that would probably be seen as like bland nothings, and you're like, okay, maybe this isn't so bad, but I don't know how it's gonna.
I
go.
actually
don't
have
know.
Captain Phillips here, like at my house.
It's
it's
it's a good movie.
It's right
You
here
should-
in my
It's a
hand.
good movie.
I got a bunch of them
Um,
from SAG-AFTRA, because I'm a member, and they
I
send
know
you
that.
awards, or they send you the movies that are nominated for awards.
Oh really? That's cool.
Yeah. Not the Oscars, but the SAG Awards, and most of the SAG Awards are for the
SAG
Oscars. so-
Awards?
Yeah, the SAG Awards. It stands for Screen Actors Guild.
What if you got a movie called Tits? Would that be a Tits SAG Award?
Don't you mean the Film Actors Guild?
It would never
Yes, it
get
would.
nominated for a SAG Award. I can promise you that.
What does
Film
SAG
Actors
stand
Guild.
No, what if it's just an
Screen
acronym?
Actors Guild, I said.
Oh come
Screen
on, you've
Actors
got to
Guild?
change.
Yeah,
Make
Tits
it the
could
film
make
act. Make it a Film Actors Guild. Come on.
And then it's
Get
actually
into that.
SAG
Team
AFTRA,
America.
so it's like Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of something, something, something.
Yeah, all right.
SAG-AF faggot.
Okay, and now, what else I've been watching? I rewatched all of 3.
What? Oh wait, that's not
You are the-
surprising.
And
Beat me to it, CB.
shut up.
I don't
And
like it.
it's actually pretty good. And I don't care what you say. You haven't actually paid attention to it if you think it's like awful. because-
I think it's awful, but for the reason that I dislike man service, and I'm not afraid to say that.
Well, how can it's so hypocritical to dislike fan service and let them get? You like
no.
Code Geass, right? You like Code Geass, right?
Yeah, who don't love Go Geass?
That's got fucking ridiculous amounts of. That's got more fan service than 3 has in total.
Yeah.
Really?
And you don't give that any flack for it. It's totally. There's total bias between
Well, it's the
fan
difference-
service. There's
the
total bias
difference-
between fan service of tits and fan service of.
Yeah. I think it's
Of the
fine.
The
male
major
body.
difference is, I'm a guy. I know what I like, and I don't like man service, and I'm not afraid to say that.
Can you
I
not
dislike
fucking
a show
deal with
because of
it?
man
Like,
service.
Are
Like,
you so insecure that you can't deal with a man's body in front of you?
Yeah, but if it had a good story, maybe I'd enjoy it.
It does have a good story. I'm not into girls.
swimming.
But I don't go like, ugh, woman body. Like, yuck, I can't deal with that. Like, I can look at them. They're a thing. I can deal with that. Like,
They're a
come on.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't-
a body.
I don't mind looking at them, but not for 12 episodes or 13.
It's a good okay. It's a fairly well done drama with, especially towards the latter half, with fairly characters that have enough to them to make it kind of interesting.
There is one thing that I'm just gonna say, and it's that women don't get a lot of, fan service. So
Or
free,
gays.
Yeah.
Free was that kind of like show that was like, hey, it's okay to do this, and it's
But
okay
it's
to
more than
not
that. It's
subject
not-
women.
I think the
it's
two
not
shows
just-
that did
it's
that
not
recently
just-
are Free and Megan and Boo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not-
let's
not
not talk
so
about
much
Megan the
man
Boo.
service,
Let's
but
please don't
cute
compare
boys.
them. Don't
Like,
compare
I'm not,
Free to
I'm
Megan.
not
Wait.
comparing them. I'm pushing them into a similar category.
Okay, that's comparing those.
You done?
Can I talk now?
Yeah.
I'm still on about 3. Look, it works. It tells a fairly good story with a fairly compelling story, a sports anime, and it works. And it's
I
nice,
don't like sports.
and it's really well animated. Don't even say it's not. The
denying
soundtrack,
that.
the dubstep stuff's a little weird, but it's not as often as people make it out to be. And other than that, the soundtrack works really well. And it's
And
it's a
the
good
opening
show.
sequence works with running in the 90s, so I'm pretty happy about that.
The opening sequence, the opening and ending are both excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm sure.
Like,
Andrew would
even
do
if you
that.
don't like man service, the ending is still well.
I-
Okay, anyway.
I don't know. I may watch it.
If you don't like sports anime, don't watch it.
I mean,
It's-
I just gave sports anime a chance with Ace of the Diamond. It's my first.
It's not super oriented on the sport though. It's more of a character drama, to be honest.
Okay. I might watch it. I'm
It's
not-
slow. It's slow paced as well.
I'm gonna watch season 2 though because I have to complete stuff.
I'm gonna watch season 2 because I like the show.
Alright. Is that it, Bailey?
No, I've still watched
Okay.
two more. I'm sorry. Next, I caught up with Nisekoi. I watched episodes
Oh,
4.
Yeah, Nisekoi.
I watched episode 4 through 6.
What do you think of it? Because I haven't seen the show yet because I haven't been keeping up with it, but I've read the manga.
You should.
and
I have
I'm
the
up to
first
date with
volume of the
so I
manga
know what
here,
happens.
and I haven't read it. Okay,
Fine.
I think stuff happens in a different order in the anime from what I've been told from my friends who have read the manga.
I might have to
Either way,
watch it.
the first 3 episodes I thought were pretty good actually. I thought they were interesting, but these recent 3, especially 4 and 5, really reminded me that this isn't much special and it is just a shonen harem-esque kind of show.
Well, at this
And,
point, it's not
like-
harem.
No, it's harem-esque.
I kind of sort of
It
contrast
portrays
it
this-
with Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Like, kind of.
I don't have anything to say on that. So
But you can sort of see the comparison. If
I don't
The
know
mob
anything about
families.
Katekyo Hitman Reborn
Yeah.
other than that it exists.
It's the only similarity I know of.
Okay, the similarity of
Don't
mafia
go hard.
families isn't exactly as strong, because the mafia families, at least in this 6 episodes, is really only a plot device.
They're not even like mafia families.
They
There's
are
like there's like that
I don't
group
think they're a
of
mafia
weird-
family so much as
of
like,
weird relatives.
They are mafia family. They are a mafia family though.
They act more
That's
like those like weird relatives you only see at family reunions.
They do. They're quite funny.
That's like all they are so far.
But- And also within the last 3 episodes, semi spoiler for Nisekoi. For anyone who's not seen the show, semi. It's not a big spoiler. Basically, all of the main characters now know about the situation between the two. I can't remember the name. The main character
the
and
lock
this
and
Sundere.
key.
No,
What?
Oh wait, isn't that
The main
situation?
character-
Oh, you mean the actual situation about the mafia family?
Yeah.
having to-
well, not. I don't think they know specifically about mafia, but they know
Whereas-
between relationship.
They know
And
about
now
the,
all of the fun
arranged
stuff from like
relationship.
episode 2 was really funny because like when they were trying to keep their they really had to put on it, and now
Yeah,
they
they were-
don't really have to because Claude, whoever his name is, yeah, him.
Yeah.
He's not really
Cloud.
been in it so much. Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah,
which
he
way you
is.
pronounced it. He hasn't been in it as much in these past 3 episodes as he was in the first 3.
Well, yeah, but he's still like watching.
Yeah, but it's not made a big of a thing, and so like the comedy there is a little bit less full on, and like the whole thing's just been like
Did you
much more
watch
standard
the
episodes.
credits?
There's the get stuck in the fucking closet episode, which is in Toradora. Is that the other show it has in? I can't remember.
What you mean, like the
The stuck in the closet episode, or not the closet, the shed or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trapped in the closet. Someone tell
Yeah,
me where
yeah.
R. Kelly is.
Resisting the joke, Bailey.
Yeah, please. It's no, it like the previous 3 episodes have just kind of brought me back to earth and thought, yeah, this isn't actually as great as I thought it was, but maybe it'll get better. And also the animation has been less impressive. It's a bit less flash, a bit less sharp. And anyone else have anything to say on that, or can I move on to my last show?
Go to Yash last show.
My last show is episode 46, so caught up with Space Dandy.
Space Dandy. I have not caught up yet.
A dandy guy in space.
show.
Space
just hit
Dandy.
It's quite funny. It's not like hilarious, but you know what? Each episode has made me laugh at least a few times.
At least
and I
once.
don't laugh much.
Boobies.
like
it
It's
too.
the best restaurant.
Boobies, the breast restaurant.
I know. I was laughing so hard at that pun. I was like,
When I first like when I got to the first episode, and they made that joke. I'm like, wow, I did not expect this to go here. I didn't know what to expect. And you just go boobies, and I'm like,
once again,
wow.
don't want to interrupt, but did you guys hear about how the parents' union in America is going after?
you know what?
Tsunami?
We're gonna talk about that in a minute here.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I
Oh,
heard
yeah,
about
that's
that.
an
Oh my
interesting
god.
topic.
We're gonna
I'm
talk
so
about
sad.
that in a minute.
Okay, well,
I'm
just
gonna rage
we'll
it.
talk about that
Right,
later.
CB.
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, so Space Dandy, still good, still pretty funny. I like it. Looking forward to more. That's all.
I was gonna say something about Space Dandy.
That's all. Next person. Basically.
Another thing I was saying is basically he's a dandy guy in space.
space.
And it's just like
Actually, one of my favorite
it
parts
knows
of the-
what it is, which I love.
No, the narrator knows what it is. It's like
And did you catch the Buzz Lightyear joke in the first episode?
Yes, I
will
did.
follow him into infinity and beyond.
My favorite
remember
joke
it,
in
but-
the first episode was I can't read circle.
Oh yeah, they didn't make that in the sub.
Yeah, I know. That's
Or
what
the
one of my
Infinity
favorite
and Beyond
parts
joke.
is the narrator. He's an amazing.
he's funny. Yeah.
Like in episode 6, they go to the planet Eden. Said it's a real garden place. Really, guys? We're
Really?
making that joke.
Yeah, I like that.
The
I
narrator's
also like
so
him in
self-aware.
the end of- I like him in the end of episode 4 where he becomes a zombie
Yeah.
as well.
He goes into like into zombie moans.
That was pretty funny.
Zombie.
Yeah.
It's just like, they have they have many different emotions. This is sadness. This is happiness.
Okay, guys, I've got it up. I've got up the parents.
Okay, we'll
Alright.
get through that
We'll-
once we've
once we
we've
go
done
through the
everyone's, what we've
list.
been watching.
Once again,
Yeah.
Bailey, 15 minutes for what you've been watching.
Yeah.
That's done. I'm done
That's a,
now.
that's
I had
like a new
things to
record.
say.
No, last week was 15 minutes as well.
For who?
You.
Was it? Sorry.
I'm just
Nah,
gonna,
we got a bit of discussion out of it.
Yeah. Andrew, just go.
Okay, I watched Eden of the East.
Nuts.
Oh.
All of it, the movies and all that stuff. I
Oh my God,
absolutely adore the series. I think
Even
it's
the
really
movies?
smart. I think it was really cool. I loved watching it. I literally started it at 10 o'clock, and I was like, I have school in the morning. I shouldn't watch this. And it was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. And then 3:30 in the morning.
Just go to the movies.
3:30 in the morning, I was like, I finished it, and it was like, that show was great. In the movies, despite the fact that they were not as good as the series, I enjoyed them.
Wait, Andrew.
I did not
Eden of the
find them
East.
disappointing.
That's the show where the dude like wakes up naked in front of the
Yep.
White House, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
There was something that put me off to it, though. The backgrounds
The
looked-
noses.
The dude was naked in
The
front of the White
noses
House.
in the background looked terrible.
It almost looked like Ghibli animation.
No,
Like,
the backgrounds
people
were
almost
like
look like
paintings
animation,
almost. They look like paintings, and it
That's
did not
weird.
work. It was.
I think that's a weird choice as well, especially considering how realistic the show is in a lot of ways. Like, it could almost be a live action series.
Yeah. Except the animation improved in the movies. Like the
Yeah, but
backgrounds
do you
were
know what I
better.
mean? Like, in terms of like the diegesis, it's all fairly easy to do in like real life. It's not very anime-esque.
I think it might be getting converted into a live action show. I'm not too sure.
I'll check it. I'll
Like
check
Death Note
in right
play.
now if it is.
If not, it could be, and it would work. in
I
my
know,
opinion.
and I love the Noblesse phones. Like I want one so bad.
Andrew, didn't you mention? You said
What would you
something about
spend your
noses.
money on? What would you spend your money on for the Noblesse phone?
Ah.
P.
I would find the cure. I would use
WM.
all that money to find the cure
PW.
for terminal illnesses.
You're such a bellend.
What do you mean?
Humanitarian.
For me, it's got to be to quote ASAP Rocky, "Pussy money weed."
Already have the money though. I know Andrew and I are dying, but Sibby and Cameron are like, no.
The very first thing I do with the money on a Noblesse phone is I want to be able to reenact that one scene.
Sorry, could
from
you say
Rock-
noblesse one more time?
Noblesse.
Okay.
Yeah. I would pay money to actually do that scene from Rocky where the Rocky theme plays and be able to punch someone in the face, but that someone be my deputy principal.
Oh my
Because
god.
he's a I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd find the cure for illnesses.
I'd probably buy a new computer.
$100 million computer.
I buy 50 new
Yes.
computers.
I think
Fully
it's
upgraded
I'd buy the
87
Karo no
desktop
Kyokai DVD box set.
in Blu-ray.
Then I give the rest of the money to Crunchyroll to buy more shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew, is that all you've been watching? Because we're going off again.
No. I watched annoying protagonist crowds.
I don't know what that is.
What is
so-
that?
It's Gatchaman crowds.
Oh, gotcha, man.
I hate
Oh,
you.
Gotchaman crowd.
I hate the protagonist so much.
You ready for the fight?
She's terrible. She's
Going
awful.
down.
She's so bad.
Why you hate her?
CB, okay,
She's
CB,
so
calm down.
annoying.
You
Well,
can
I
have
mean,
your go-to.
she gets
Wait,
better.
what do you mean, CB, calm down? I haven't even seen.
Every
Gotchaman
time
Crowd
anyone gets close to the end, she's like, "Are you done? Are you done? Is it my turn yet?"
yet. I'm calming down.
She just got like, I don't know. She's just kind of annoying at this point.
She's a bit annoying.
She's growing on me a bit, but you know, I my impression of her was that she didn't take things seriously enough, which is okay because she is a good character, I guess, in the terms of like, she's a good person. Like, and that's definitely apparent. Like, she's a good person. She'd pretty much sacrifice her life.
She's
for
a little
people.
bit too oblivious, though. It gets a
she
bit
is.
irritating.
It is a little bit irritating, but I think she's.
I'm
she's gonna
like,
get
come
better.
on, have a little bit of like gruff, like have a little bit of like emotion towards something other than, yay.
All right, Andrew, wait until at least episode 6.
Okay.
Get till then before you give up on her, because
Yeah, I'm not gonna give up on the show because I don't drop it, and I don't think I'll give.
I mean before you give up on her as a character.
Oh, I don't think I will. I'll get
Give it till at least episode 6.
farther. But I watched Nagi no Asukara, which it is literally the definition called Nagi no Feelzukara, and it's like
That was
Really?
probably the best joke I've ever heard.
That
it
was
is.
an awful
It's
joke.
Nagi no Feelzukara because it's like this episode was just feels. The last one was just feels. It's so good. It is.
It's slice of feels.
It is slice of feels. It is a new definition called the feels genre. It's not even slice of life. It's the feels genre.
Slice of feels.
It's
Slice of
slice of
feels.
feels. Here's a slice of pizza. Here's a slice of feels. Pizza is feels. I mean,
Because you get both. It's like you get a slice of pizza and a slice of feels.
I get a slice of feels every time I'm hungry. But no, but it's absolutely fantastic, and I adore that show and everything that show stands for. And like, I almost gave up on it very early on because I had no motivation to continue it, and Monica was freaking annoying as a character. And now it's gotten to the point where it's genius. And it is literally, for an original anime, this is one of the best things
Oh yes.
ever.
CBS, that's awesome.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Is it airing
Yes!
on Konami?
Breaking news from the forums. Apparently, the Attack on Titan dub is premiering in March.
Oh,
Is it on
at Anime
airing?
Boston.
Premiering is not
To
a word.
debut. It's to debut at Anime Boston.
It said premiering. I don't care.
I
Right,
wonder
so
what the
premiere.
dubcast is.
Oh my.
I don't.
I've been
know.
waiting for this
Hang on,
forever.
I'll check.
They haven't
I'll check.
announced the dubcast, to my knowledge. They
Funimation
hadn't as of
plans
yesterday
to
when
announce
they
the
announced
English
the dub.
cast leading
Probably.
up to the series premiere at Anime Boston. So they're
Yes,
planning to
18
release the
hours ago is what it
dubcast
says.
really soon. Speaking
18
of that,
hours ago.
you know how a lot of people give like Monica Rial crap?
Why?
Because she
She's
has that cutesy voice, and you know it's like, oh, it's annoying. She's
Who
like
else does
gregarious.
those?
But here's the thing. I've actually realized that Monica Rial is in a lot more than we think, because I was surprised when I was watching the Raw Root Penguin Drum. What she also did the Princess of the Crystal, which sounds nothing like her. It's a deep voice, pretty much.
Guys. I have Attack on Titan search, and this is what it recommends from the IMDb page. People also search for Kill la Kill, Free, Code Geass, Toriko, and Guilty Crown. I'm questioning at least 3 of those.
Toriko and Free and...
Okay, yeah,
Guilty
but
Crown.
IMDb does it by
No,
genre,
Guilty Crown
and
was done by
anime
Studio Wit.
and-
It was?
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
Yes, it was. It was done
by.
by Studio Wit.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Same with Attack on Titan.
No way.
Production IG/Studio Wit.
No, you can't pull that card.
Tetsuro Araki said, his staff said the most fun anime to work on, for animation-wise, was Guilty Crown. And you can tell. Like,
Yeah, Guilty Crown. The cityscape alone just looked beautiful.
the show is gorgeous. It might not be the best anime ever. It
You
might
guys
not
can't
even
count
be good,
Wit.
but
You
it's
can't count
gorgeous.
Wit as working on it.
Yeah, you can.
You're not allowed. You can't do that. That's like saying Gurren Lagann was made by Trigger.
Gurren Lagann was kinda made by Trigger, if you know what I
Alright.
mean.
But, yeah, that's it for
Same
me.
makers, different company.
Yeah.
CB, we
Wit
will
broke
finish.
off from
So
IG.
CB,
What have you been watching, CB? Don't start on the parents thing until after.
I'm not gonna do. I was gonna say Fap La Fap, and I watched
What?
bits of Paranoia Agent. Rewatching bits. Of
Paranoid Agent's really
Also,
good.
I hate Paranoia Agent.
How, wait.
It's-
Okay. Will.
Bailey, we had
Will,
this fight last week.
Will,
Yeah, we
Will,
did have this fight last week.
Why
but you're
do
still
you
wrong.
not like Paranoia Agent?
I loved it until like episode 9 when it brought in the people who were trying to kill themselves.
How dare you hate the lovable suicide packs?
Are you
Okay, I
talking
didn't
about
hate them.
Mangakas, the manga office.
No,
I hated the episode after
he's
it.
talking about the one with the little
Random
girl,
filler characters.
the old guy, and then the scary.
Oh yeah, the random fillers. I
didn't like that.
I didn't like them as much.
then the
as
ending.
main
I'm
story.
sorry. I didn't like some of the random fillers, but I really liked the Suicide Family.
Yeah, the
one. I
Suicide
thought
Family
that
was
great.
funny.
It was an add-on. It was an add-on. It added to like
still
the
good.
mystery of it. It added to.
It didn't add to the mystery
CB,
of it.
CB.
It was just a
You
nice
get-
little tangent with. No, okay. I tell you why those episodes exist because there's a skip in terms of what the little slugger has become in the world, and it's showing the context of what's been created now. He's become a bigger influence. Whereas the first part was his rising and him becoming known. This is him known, and it shows you what the world is like with him in it.
All right, that's okay, but it
And
wasn't
I
well
like how that
executed.
assistant ended up becoming like a superhero.
I think Wendy Lee's gonna be in the dub.
Yeah.
Armin!
What are we talking
Don't
about?
She's gonna
Are
be
we talking
Mikasa.
about?
No.
Okay, can
hopefully.
we not talk about this
Alright,
still?
yeah.
'Cause
Harvey
we're
will
talking
not
about-
be.
Guys, we're talking about real anime here, so step back.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
wow.
kill you for that.
Did you
But
just
Paranoid
get
Agent's
that?
really great, and
No, all right. Let me say why I don't like Paranoid Agent. The ending.
you said.
The ending.
Yeah, well, okay, I don't want to
How did
discuss it really because of spoilers.
Okay, all right. No,
Yeah.
we have the disclaimer. How did
Oh, yeah,
he
okay.
wreck Tokyo if he's made by the
It's
media?
not literal, it's expressionist.
But in the world, they said he's a created by the media and he destroyed the city
Yeah,
anyway.
but you don't understand what.
It doesn't matter. It makes no sense even in the universe.
It's expressionistic.
I
It's not
understand,
supposed
but
to-
that does not excuse
Watch
a
Satoshi
bad
Kon
ending.
films. They're not based on reality. Look at fucking Millennium Actress. The plot is my life is my films, and the camera people are here, and that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense in any context.
I've seen
But
Paprika.
it's-
I know how his works go.
It's
But
Paprika
some of
is not a
them
good example.
make
Paprika's
sense
not a
in
good
their
example.
world.
Okay, but it's not about making sense in the world. It's about saying something with a story. It's expressionistic. It's an expressionist piece. It's not trying to be literal. It's not trying to build a world. It's trying to make a point. And by doing so, it shows images and creates a feeling and a mood and does things that aren't inherently there. It's a David Lynch film in a lot of
What's
ways.
the
It's very
point of
similar to
making
those.
a point about the world if it makes no sense in context with anything else? That renders the point null. And the fact
Yeah,
that
but like
I'm not gonna
It doesn't.
enjoy
It does
if I don't
not. It
understand
does not. It does
All
not.
the
It does not
characters are
render the
going
point
through
now.
changes. The characters are going through changes in the ending, and that's what.
Yeah,
made
there's
it
dude goes
doesn't
crazy.
It doesn't render the point now. It in fact it accentuates the point. That's the whole
No,
reason
it
it's there.
doesn't.
To accentuate it, to show you. Yeah, it is.
No.
Watch a David Lynch film. Watch Mulholland Drive and be like, that was dumb. They should have just said what was actually happening.
Alright,
Bailey, I understand what they're going for. I understand their point,
I'm just
but it
sitting here
made
and I have
no
clue
sense
what's going
in the
on.
context.
Okay, but you don't understand expressionism. That's the issue.
What's the point in expressing something if it won't make any sort of sense?
It does make sense.
No,
but
it
it's just in an
doesn't.
expressionistic way. It doesn't make sense in a. You don't understand. Like we can't have this conversation unless you read a book on expressionism.
Alright, fine, we're
Sorry.
done here.
Alright.
Alrighty.
CB,
done.
continue.
Alrighty. That was all I've been watching recently because like Kill la Kill I heard was getting really good, so I marathon.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna
Kill
talk
la
about Kill la
Kill.
Kill right now.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Episode
get a
18,
drink.
episode 18.
So
Yes.
So,
have
my
you
God.
put a thing in the chat when I
Alright.
can go
Okay.
back.
That was a plot twist, wasn't it?
So who don't wanna
that
have Bailey
was a
back
big
in?
Plot twist. You could say it twisted my heart out.
Alright,
But
seriously, guys.
I honestly was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be like she shows up there and then like she strips off the uniform on the friggin' council president's mom, and like we get to see actual boobs for once in the show, and then everyone is happy, and then they all go home, but then they realize, oh my god, life threads are still taking over the world, and they're turning everyone into boobs.
Well,
or something.
one thing that I really liked is that we finally got an explanation for the
Everything.
for pretty much everything, especially the mark in Ryuko's hair.
Yeah.
Andrew, we discussed this earlier,
Yeah.
but it doesn't explain how it did that, though.
Well,
It's just a stylistic
She was
design
the-
that's, like,
she was the failed
convenient.
experiment. She was the failed experiment.
She
of
is life
fusing-
fiber.
Yeah.
She is fused with life fiber. I mean, you just saw her get a fucking heart ripped out, and it was made out of friggin' life fiber.
Yes, I saw that.
not only that, but you know, the big elephant in the room, the sister
Oh.
Yeah, oh
She-
god.
is
The sister.
The sister of Satsuki.
And
I was thinking, like,
you know what
so
that
what?
means, don't you? I reckon Satsuki is gonna go berserk.
No,
Like, she's dead.
I think
She's dead.
at the end they'll team up and like do this giant like Power Rangers team up thing, and
Megazord.
Go,
no,
go,
no, I have a
Satsuki.
feel. Okay, this is
It's
my
God
fake
Punch.
prediction. They're going to their uniforms are gonna turn into like arms of like a mech or whatever, and they're gonna turn into a giant mech, a giant
Then the mech
Megazord.
was a galaxy.
Yeah, and they're gonna rip through the galaxy using a trigger explosion.
That'd be amazing.
I thought you did that. But I hate. There's one thing I don't like about Kill la Kill, and that is the pacing in which they dumped all this information on you, because it was basically like a giant info dump from episodes 14 to 18, but it was still a good one because you still got all the action. You got that brilliant fight scene between Satsuki and Ryoko in.
Oh yeah, that was
Osaka?
awesome.
Was it Osaka?
I think it was Osaka. I think it was 15. It was
I
15.
think, yeah, it was 15, and like the CG animation in that, I thought to myself,
Much
if you
better than
take out-
episode
if you
3.
take out- If you take out the tits, and the vag and the ass shots, it would be. I reckon the animation would be a lot better than Fate Zero even, because that animation was just brilliant. I don't mind saying that I can compare that fight scene specifically to Fate Zero in quality.
Ooh,
That was just
wow.
amazing. Like, that's how highly I regard that fight scene, and I have a lot of hope for this show now. If it dies, I'm gonna be so pissed off, and I'm just gonna go.
Alright,
on a
are we done?
tangent.
Wait, I want to say one more point.
Okay.
My question about it is,
Yep.
she didn't have any like motivation anymore. Really?
Uh,
her motivation was avenge her father
Her
Ishin's
father.
death.
At this point, I think
Yeah,
she
but-
should.
Ishin is her
I
father.
think at this point, this her motivation is going to be to get vengeance
Save the
on her
world.
mother.
Yeah.
It quickly turned
For doing
like,
it to her.
They even said it in the show. It quickly turned from just someone just being a bitch and picking a fight to having to save the world. Like,
Another thing that I would like to another thing I'd like to just kind of say quickly. The animation has improved, and I've realized that
Yeah, I've noticed that
these
too.
recent episodes have been co-produced by Production IG.
oh, that,
You see him in. I've been
Bring
seeing
in
him in the
Madhouse.
credits.
I do not bother watching the credits because I don't particularly like the second ending.
I love the
Me
second
neither.
ending, Base Mako.
Weird.
I don't like the second ending.
I love the second opening.
Oh, I
the
love the
second
second
opening's
opening.
good.
Okay, can Bailey come
I think
back
we
in?
can add.
Yeah, Bailey
I
can
am
come
back.
back.
Actually, I want to make one more point that's not really a spoiler, so he's gonna come back anyway.
Okay.
But the point I want to make is,
Hello.
remember in 17 they mention
not spoiling.
Sumugu's sister.
I
Yep.
thought we could come back.
Yeah, you can. We're not. It's not any spoiler. It's
Yeah.
just a theory.
Yeah.
Not, so
Oh, fuck's sake.
it mentions that his sister died in the experiments.
Yeah.
But
Theories are dumb.
I'm 99% positive that at one point, Satsuki's mother called her assistant Kinui, which is the name of Sumugu's sister. I am positive I heard that.
Mind blown.
I'm positive I heard that at some point.
Okay, can we talk about something else now?
Yes. All right.
Alrighty.
So I want to get to the elephant in the room topic, and that is that the
That's right,
the
Dub.
parent association of parenting or whatever
Parents suck.
is
Sorry. Psychotic?
is
They're trying to
psychotic.
get anime off of Adult Swim.
No,
And
it's not
all
just
adult
anime.
fucking-
More so
It's
off
not
of...
just anime. They're complaining about the fact that they pushed something successful back an hour.
Okay, hang on. Let me just read some statistics out, and they call this major findings.
Okay, no, before we... okay, CB, listen. Read the statement out first, and then we'll go
Alright,
over it.
Yeah.
I'll go to the top.
I think
Okay.
that's the best thing to do.
Today, the Parents Television Council released the results of its latest study. Study? Really? Cartoons are no laughing matter. Documenting shocking levels of adult content on networks with the highest rated primetime animated cable shows among children ages 12 to 17, according to Nielsen data. The network included in the study reflects where the kids are consuming the most popular animated shows during prime time. Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and Nick at Night.
Adult
I mean,
Swim and
Like,
Cartoon Network,
Adult
same
Swim
thing.
and Nick at Night? I mean, like, would you honestly let your kids watch that if you didn't think it was appropriate?
Also, another thing, didn't they say
Called
12 to
fucking
17?
Adult Swim.
12 to 17.
Okay, now let me like, I'm not for sheltering your kids. Okay?
Yeah,
At this point you are still sheltering your kids from this stuff, and they're like 13, 14, 16, 17, you're not letting them watch this, you have a problem being a parent.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, most of the anime that's on Adult Swim, Naruto's like rated 12 in the UK. That's the age
It's
recommended
uncut.
to be watched there. It's still no, the uncut's still 12.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, because like there's hardly any blood or gore in it. It's just ass explosions.
Like, most of the shows are TV-14, and the ones that come on, the ones that are like more mature, come on later.
Or Space Dandy. That's it. Space Dandy's the only show that.
Even
Space
like,
Dandy's
you would show.
TV-14.
Space Dandy and,
And then
Dead
there's
Man
Sword Art Online
Wonderland
and stuff like that. That's not. That's
Dead Man Wonderland is the only thing that you're like, okay, that's kind of,
TVMA.
but even still, like, I'm sorry.
Wait,
Like,
what show?
Kids,
Dead Man Wonderland.
Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh yeah, that's
Kids
you don't
have
show
been
kids.
exposed to that stuff by now. Like, don't tell me they haven't.
I mean,
They've
like,
seen
if
all
you
this.
can-
They've heard. By the age of fucking 10, I'd heard every swear word there was. Like,
I
you know.
actually funny story. I learned cunt in a hospital at the age of 6.
I learned cunt.
This guy
by
was
accident,
walking past
'cause I
and he's
misread,
just like, I was sitting outside of waiting room. It's just like, do you want to hear the worst word in the world? And I said yes. He's just like cunt, and I'm just like cunt. Isn't cunt a good word? And he's just like no cunt. C-U-N-T. I'm just like what's
What?
cunt? And he's just like he just starts walking away. So
Oh,
I go
what?
into the hospital room.
A
and ask my dad
mysterious
what
man in
cunt
a
is.
Now I'm alright. Now I'm not saying.
I'll tell you how I discovered the word cunt, just to go on. On the Harry Potter books, there's a currency that's written KNUT, and I first read it as cunt, and someone had I got shouted at for that. I was like, cunts.
Here's one thing that I'm gonna say. It's okay to like not let your kids do that, but at a certain point you have to say, okay, I have to be a parent. I have to know things, I have to be like, all right, I can let you watch that.
I have to trust to
can
make the right decisions to
Yes.
not watch
You
the shows.
have to you have to
Or you
trust
can.
your child. If you shelter your child and they're 17 and they still don't know what a vagina looks like, they are going to have serious trouble when they go
I don't know
out.
what a vagina looks like.
There's
Hang
this
on,
the
I
joke.
just
Is this
say
the joke? Is
vagina
this the
is
joke?
That was a joke. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Please.
I
don't.
mean,
Can I
they
just-
teach
can
you
I
what it
just
looks
read-
like in sex ed class, and that's optional. Like, they're like, all right, do you want to opt to it? My parents, didn't care, and they're like, all right.
Well, I don't even think the issue is that they're sheltering their child. The child is the issue. I think it's the fact they're in denial.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Most kids nowadays have like fucked by 16. At least where I'm from.
At least where
Or
you're
done
from?
something. Yeah.
You mean-
Like
you mean they
not
didn't
even
start
not
at
necessarily
15?
had. Could you please shut up? Thank you. Like, okay, most kids have like done stuff sexually from like age 14, maybe younger some, and like you think we don't know what a fucking like someone being shot in the head looks like in a movie? Do you think we don't know what the word fuck means? Like, come on. Like, not even just on a shelter your kids level. Like, we've been exposed to this. We have the internet. We've heard every bad thing possible. We've seen blue waffle 76
Yeah.
times. We've seen cunt and every other colour of the English language spray painted on the wall. Like, just get over yourselves.
Seriously. You killed him! You killed him! Revive him! Stat!
Killed CB. CB, come back.
Clear!
Blame it all on Bailey. Blame it all on Bailey.
Oh my god.
I got to use that joke again.
But yeah, just be a parent and.
It wasn't that funny,
But I mean,
hell.
they have
It was.
they have a lot of cable boxes nowadays have like settings where you can block shows and block
Yeah.
times.
That's true.
And it's like, why don't you use that? If it's there, why don't you look into using it?
I don't know how it works in the UK, but in the UK you can show after 9 o'clock. You can show anything.
In
like, anything
America,
goes up.
it is after I think it's after 10 in America. You can
Yeah, I think it's
show things
Okay,
uncensored.
then, but what do they show at 9? I'm guessing. This is only an assumption, but I'm guessing like Naruto.
I think what the
Naruto airs
current
at,
block is, I think it's Space Dandy at 8:30, Bleach at 9, and Naruto at 9:30.
There's nothing
Okay,
wrong
well
with
all
that,
of those are perfectly.
They're
Space
relatively
Dandy.
tame.
Space Dandy.
Space Dandy's relatively tame though. There's not.
It is.
Really?
It's meant to be more. Isn't it meant to be more like a comedy than?
It is a
like,
comedy.
some
Like
gory.
Yeah.
Showing Elfin
Yeah.
Lead at like 8 o'clock.
That would be inappropriate. I could understand that, but like friggin' Space Dandy.
Yeah.
Hang on. Can I please? I just need to read this out.
Actually,
It's been
wait.
on my
Actually,
mind for a while.
no. Here's the thing that pisses me off about Toonami. That's 8:30 Pacific time. It's 11:30
Yeah.
on the East Coast. So people
So
on
that
the East
means-
Coast should probably be in bed at that time.
Yeah.
So that means they're either bad parents or they just don't care about their kids.
They blame.
Hey, no. Letting them go to bed late doesn't mean they're bad parents.
Yeah.
No, I mean like if you're letting your kids stay up at that time on a regular basis is what I.
Well, it is on a weekend, so
But it's on Saturday.
it is. It is on a weekend.
Oh,
Well,
it's
yes,
on
but you
weekends.
always
I
do
don't,
Sunday
I
the
don't
next
know how this
morning.
works because I'm
Look at church.
Australian.
It's on a Saturday.
We also go to church the next morning. So you have to go
Oh,
to
it's
bed
on
early.
Saturday. If that's the case, that would be a different story. But like,
But-
if it was
It
on
was a school
weekday,
night, like
once a
like
day,
Toonami used to be.
Yeah. Here's the thing. A lot of parents like to blame things. A lot of people in the
Yeah.
media like to blame things on things. Like if there's a shooting, what do they blame it on? Video games.
Video games.
Like,
Yeah.
really, is it really the
pervert,
fault of the
yeah.
video games, or is the person psychotic?
Psychotic.
I mean,
violent
it
game
is.
called
I think
Minecraft was
I think that's too big of an issue to get into here. I'm just saying. I don't think we should try and like get into the
Yeah.
whole is violence influence, but I think that's way too big of a subject for. Just
I mean,
this little podcast.
it's really a lot of things have to come down to human error. Like, all right, if a kid shoots himself and he's 5 and he kills himself, but that's because there was a gun just sitting in the closet.
Yeah.
It's not the kid's fault for pulling the trigger. It's the fact that the gun should not
What?
have been in the closet, unlocked.
Yeah. And loaded.
Yes.
you'd at least put the safety on.
Yeah.
Unload it, put the safety on, keep it in a safe, keep it in a high place, like...
we don't have
Yeah.
guns in the UK, so this isn't relevant.
Well, actually, even if it's unloaded and has the safety on, you can even shoot it. So,
Yeah.
besides the point.
Hang on, I really need to say the statistics because
Go,
it's
say it.
stupid. 680 instances of sex surpassed every form of violence. 674 instances. There were 208 incidents relating to drugs, including cocaine, marijuana, crystal meth, psychedelics, and alcohol. 80%
In what?
of which was probably going to in the animated shows. And
Oh.
for profanity, there were 565 incidents of explicit languages on shows.
Maybe it's
Okay,
not
but
very
what is this based on? Like, how much time is this based off of?
I don't
Yeah.
know. It doesn't say.
Then
They're
you
just
can't
giving
really
statistics, and like, they go on to say that they even go on to advertisements where they say TV PG and TV 14 shows included ads for adult media, including TV MA DVDs, TV MA shows, and R-rated movies.
That's just the way
That's
it works.
because the audience is watching that have. Like, it's not just because it's a TV, whatever, it's rated 14 or whatever, doesn't mean that just 14-year-olds are watching it. Like, that's a bad
Alright,
assumption.
another thing
Yeah.
that people don't realize is that even though they may play a trailer for an R-rated movie, all the swear words are out of the trailer. If you've ever noticed that.
Yeah.
The trailers are always tame.
They are always
That's
tame.
like an unwritten. That's like an
Trailers
unwritten rule.
are pretty much always able
If you
to
want to
be
see an
watched,
uncensored
like,
trailer,
by any
watch
age.
the Red Band, which is only online. They don't play it.
And also trailers like mark like the age range for watching the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't say they don't warn you.
I mean, even if
You
the
can look
movie's
away.
rated, the trailer isn't
And another
apparently
thing,
rated
don't they have a
R.
disclaimer saying it's not suitable for a younger audience, like
Yeah.
every 2 hours on Adult Swim?
Yes.
No, it's like Adult Swim when it starts. It's like this is Adult
I'm
Swim.
just saying, it's called fucking Adult Swim.
Bro,
like,
yeah.
take it in.
It's not called, hey, this is
Like,
for
gu-
good
guys,
for
like,
kids.
it's not like a big shock that this isn't fully for kids.
Oh yeah,
It's called
I'm
It's
gonna
Adult
put my own-
Swim.
It's not called Kids Carnival or anything like that. It's Adult Swim. So what do you think's gonna be in it?
Kids
I
Carnival
don't
at
know.
night.
Maybe it's gonna be like kids shows because I mean it's all cartoons
It's
on.
cartoon.
Maybe it'll be appropriate. No.
All right, I want to
It's
read a few
Adult
quotes from this
Swim.
article.
Alright.
Hang on,
Let's see a few
okay.
quotes.
Yeah. let's go.
This is from the official statement. Also, in our study, we found that Cartoon Network fails to use the TV rating system to warn parents about sexual content, suggestive dialogue, and explicit language 100% of the time.
100%
Network?
of the time.
Yes,
Actually,
on the
you know
Crunchyroll
what?
article.
You know what? I agree
you
with
guys.
that a little bit because if you've seen the Cartoon Network programming,
There.
it's like regular show and like there is a lot of really, really messed up stuff. at a really
Yeah, but
Adventure Time.
the
Early
rule
time.
of censoring is if it's implied, you can get away with anything.
Oh, I found it, guys. I found the research, the actual research time period.
Yeah.
PTC research analysis documented, they have researchers, but anyway, 1,487 incidents of explicit language, drugs, and sexual content during the 4-week study period. On average.
Okay, well that's that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your point though?
Well, it depends. Was it only during Adult Swim
I was just giving you a
times?
time frame and whether or not that
I mean-
sounds right or not. It does not. That it sounds so.
Okay,
far-fetched.
don't
CB.
don't go throwing out accusations if their statistics aren't real,
CB.
because that's a really arseholy thing to do. And so
It's
go,
not me
actually
being
they
an
are.
arsehole,
Look,
it's me being
here's it.
curious as to
No,
what the
no,
legitimacy.
it's
of
not
it.
you being
Wait,
curious.
shh.
It's you dismissing.
Calm
because
down.
you disagree with their opinion.
Calm
you're
down,
dismissing their
everyone
statistics.
meditate. Meditate.
CB.
Done my meditation. Yep.
Is
go
it
on.
just Toonami, or is it like 4 weeks of Adult Swim?
It doesn't say once again. Oh wait,
Oh,
Adult Swim.
Because 4 weeks
Alright,
of
you know
Adult
what?
Swim.
4 weeks of
Adult Swim is
would do
worse
that.
than Toonami.
Okay, hang on.
You know
Adult
what?
Swim is
Because
worse
if
than
they
Toonami.
mention like if they're talking about instances, if it's like every time they mention boobs or butts, then that would be like
Space Dandy makes half of those.
yeah. Well, I mean like there's Family Guy, there's the
Yeah.
like a lot of people are also saying Fox programming like that
You know,
comes
like
on earlier.
1 in the afternoon.
It comes on earlier,
Yeah.
and it's just as bad. It's what they're playing at.
It like, doesn't have any warnings, does it?
No, it does. They started
Except for, like, the
adding
recording that
warnings.
started, like 14 plus.
They started adding warnings for 14 plus, which like
Yeah.
The Simpsons and all that they are.
Yeah. It's like the most we get.
I'm not gonna debate anymore. Just look at that. And if someone will read it
Animation
out,
featured sex, drugs, or profanity every 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Actually, let me look into the TVPG rating and find out if that is actually what the rating is explicit for.
It's that sort of stuff that made me really skeptical because I like even for the major findings.
Okay,
they didn't give me a
I
time
think
period to start.
completely regardless of whether or not the statistics are right or wrong, there is stuff in Adult Swim that isn't appropriate for kids,
Definitely.
and that's their point.
Definitely.
That's their point.
But it's on a block called Adult Swim.
No, it totally is. I'm not saying that, but their whole
They
research,
can't read.
all it's saying is that the stuff on there isn't appropriate for kids, which
Yeah,
is
it's
not.
not.
It's
But if they're conducting their research at 12 o'clock at
it's
night,
true,
I don't
but
think
basically
that, like-
saying basically going, oh, I'm gonna boycott the channel because of making
Okay.
a smart decision of moving something successful back an hour. And it's like, oh, they moved it back an hour. It's like, oh, it's the end of the world. No, just
I'm just saying boycotts
just-
haven't worked
just
since the civil
block-
rights movement.
Just
so.
block that time frame, block that show, do whatever you need to
Yeah.
do. Tell
Yeah.
you're like, all right, Cartoon Network's, it's like, oh, this is Cartoon Network. Oh, it turned time to change channel. It's like, don't watch that channel. Just tell your kid, don't watch that channel. Like, it's
Actually,
not hard.
Even then,
And
don't tell your kid to not watch it because then it makes them want to watch it.
My
Yeah.
dad put restrictions on
block
all
it.
that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
block it without telling them, and then when they ask about it, just
Or-
say, "Oh, I found
or,
something
right.
inappropriate on it. I don't think you should watch it until you're 14."
Or just get over it and just watch an episode of the shows for yourself.
Yeah.
Like as a parent, and think, is this appropriate for my watch an episode of Naruto, watch an episode of
Bleach.
Bleach, watch an
Actually,
episode
Bleach.
of whatever.
Which is a bit iffy
Watch
at
those
points.
episodes and you watch them, and if you think, yeah, my son/daughter can deal with that, let them watch it. If not, don't. I think it's totally for you to make your own judgment.
True.
Regardless of what the
True.
TV rating says, you should watch it and say if you think it's
Definitely,
right for your kid.
definitely,
That's my
yes.
opinion.
Yes.
Remember, that stuff includes like the One Piece, Naruto.
It includes everything. If you're like,
Yes, yeah,
because
I
some
know,
people
but-
don't even like SpongeBob, and I can get that because SpongeBob has a lot of innuendos.
Yeah. It's like things like it's saying like the entire block. It's like, when in Naruto has there ever been stuff
He'd
like
be
that?
like, okay, Space Dandy isn't okay, but Naruto is. It's like, all right.
It's like
Yeah.
Space Dandy. I mean Naruto. When's it ever been? And the quote, sexual content, suggestive dialogue, and explicit language.
You know what the funniest thing about this is? This is the
What?
first extremely serious thing we've actually like debated.
Yeah, we debated.
Okay, I have a question. This might be pushing it, but what do you think would happen if they put on an anime movie, like for example, Redline?
Oh my
No.
god. Oh yeah, I was watching that yesterday.
Not like would
Put
would
it-
the
put it
parents
on
object
when?
to that?
Wait,
Because,
red line at what time?
I would say because it's an anime movie, it'll probably be at a late time from 11 o'clock p.m. onwards.
Well, the Toonami starts at 11:30, so
11
11:30
like,
or something
come
like
on, that's fine.
that. 11:30
Yeah,
p.m. red line, and there won't be any boobs because that's not legal.
Yeah.
Even at the
Yeah.
11:30 time,
Is it
it's
not?
not allowed.
Yeah.
You get the
Is
magic
that
black
true?
bar.
So that would
Yeah.
mean
I did
that
not
would
know
mean
that.
the woman like when she is
Yeah, that
topless,
one
she'll have
scene.
she'll at least have an animated bra.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
that I'd say that's perfectly fine because they played Evangelion.
Is that wait? 1 second.
Wait,
Wait,
yeah,
can I,
wait,
can I,
Eva.
is it actually
Um,
illegal?
You can't play, but you can't show nudity at that time, but you can be completely uncensored.
Oh, speaking of which,
With,
this,
like,
this brought up another
language.
interesting
Okay.
thing I heard. Do you guys know why there is so much hentai from Japan as opposed to just normal porn?
No.
No, okay, I'm leaving. We're not having this
No,
conversation.
no, it's an,
Like,
it's
literally,
a,
I
it's
don't
a censorship
care.
reason.
Okay,
Oh.
come on.
It's a
We're trying to
censorship
give
It's a
people.
censorship
We're
reason.
trying to get people into.
Like, hey,
Look, this is a podcast for people who like anime. Please don't stereotype even within the community
It's not a-
or anime
it's not
fans which
stereotype,
fucking
it's
hentai.
me and-
Don't
No.
talk about hentai. This is an anime podcast, not a hentai podcast. We're not
Okay.
talking about hentai.
Okay.
Children.
I'm shutting you
chill.
down.
Done. Yeah, okay. Go. Alright. Alrighty, but yeah. Not much I can say, like, except that since it's aged 12 to 17, I kind of have a pretty large objection.
Oh, the
I mean,
age
if
is 12 to
kid-
17,
if the
you should
kid
watch
was
it.
5, if the kid was 5 and he was watching people shoot each other, like,
Here's the thing.
or like driving.
That's
Grand
bad
I
Prix,
have
parenting.
I have a
maybe-
10-year-old cousin, and his or a 9-year-old cousin or whatever. His dad is in the military. Well, he used to be, and he knows how to fire a shotgun. The 9-year-old.
Would
Okay.
the recoil break his arms?
No,
Depending on the
Like,
shotgun?
no. He taught him how to fire a shotgun. You know, they know how to fire a shotgun and all that stuff.
I know how to fire a rifle when I was 7.
Here's the thing about that, like, it's the same thing with parenting. You have to think that they're mature enough to handle it.
Yeah. You teach them why you don't
Because
use it.
just because someone's 17
think-
doesn't mean they're
I think
mature
that-
enough to handle it, and just because someone's 12 doesn't mean that they're not mature enough to handle it.
Definitely true. I think it's a case by case basis. I think
Yeah.
that's just what you gotta do.
It's like, oh, kids shouldn't be wielding guns. It's like, if they're taught how to
If they're
use a gun by their parents.
responsible,
Yeah, if a parent has taught someone how to use a
Yeah.
gun, then they know the risk and reward.
and
of
they know
using
the referendums of what happens if you use it in
Yeah.
get for like bad purposes, just yeah.
it. Yeah.
How old do you have to be to get a gun license in America? Because like this is a question that I've
I think
I've
it to be
wanted know
18.
for a while. 18?
You can't here, literally in the UK, to get a gun, you have to be super high-ranking police officer. That's
I remember
it.
they had problems getting
It's not like-
guns to the Olympics.
We had
Yeah.
we have gun
In
restrictions.
in the UK, if you try to go through with a pellet gun, you know, like those BB guns, you couldn't get through an airport with a BB gun in the UK.
You want to know something
Really?
interesting?
Yeah,
Film
that's true.
crews for like movies and stuff. A lot of them
Yeah.
are starting to pack like flare guns into their baggage.
What?
I
Why?
kept. Here's the reason why. Because the NSA, it goes through a different screening process, so they don't lose their bags most of the time.
Huh? What do you mean?
I think he's
Why would they? Why does that change the way their bags are looked at? Or taken away, or not?
I think he's thinking. I mean, look at him.
Me? Oh no, I was reading the chat, but yeah,
No,
the,
what
it
do you mean?
goes through a different screening process, and the baggage doesn't get lost a lot of the time. And it's
Oh, so you're saying
okay, I see.
they do it so they get their own screening process away from everyone else?
yes,
Ah, I see.
and
That's interesting.
and it's not
Yeah.
even a real. It's like a flare gun. You could pack a flare gun, a BB gun, or just like it doesn't even have to be a real gun.
You're like taken off to the side to be privately
Yeah.
searched.
Yep.
That's-
Oh my god! If you put in a flare gun in the UK, you get so arrested.
What about a marshmallow gun or something like that? Like
I
a
don't
Pez
think that-
dispenser gun?
Literally, okay.
A Pez
There's been
dispenser.
cases in the UK where people have gone through with toy guns bought from Disney, and they confiscate them.
Wow.
Really?
You're not allowed even gun-shaped things.
What like I What the hell is that? That Cameron just
A plastic, if you had a plastic toy gun, they'd take it away.
Okay,
from
okay.
you.
I have
Like
a
water
question
gun,
then.
they'd take it away.
I have
like
an
that
ice
story
tray,
of a
right? I have a
dude.
custom-shaped ice tray. So when I fill it up with ice, the ice cubes get shaped like little guns. Would they confiscate that off of me if I showed up with that little ice gun in a drink? Like
I'm gonna
a glass
answer
of
your
water?
question with a question. Are you mentally ill?
Nope. Just a
Uh,
question.
would they? I have no idea. Try it. Probably
That
not.
reminds
Okay,
me of
I'll try it.
the story where the kid brought in. Well, he had a Pop-Tart and ate it into the shape of a gun.
What?
Do you guys read that?
What?
What? And he shot. Was it the one where he pointed at his teacher and he got excluded?
Expelled.
No.
Oh, that's a different story then.
It was like he was like suspended for supposedly eating his Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun.
What's wrong with that?
What a criminal!
Oh my gosh! What?
Yeah, and it also looks like no, it looks more like the state of Idaho, like on its side. It was such a stupid thing. How paranoid governments are.
Here's a Pop-Tart. It's actually a gun. It's a Pop-Tart
I'm
that
gonna pop
fires
you.
other Pop-Tarts.
I'm gonna pop you.
It's like a drill that fires drills.
It's a gun that fires guns, that fires guns, that fires guns, that fires bullets.
That fires drills.
Whoa.
No, it
The fire
And the
drills.
No,
bullets
it's a robot that
fire.
fires shotguns, that fires even smaller shotguns, that fires pistols, that fires magical ponies and marshmallows.
I'm sure
Which
this
in
is a
turn
reference
throw
to
up
something.
young cats.
Wait, are the shotguns like spread shot? So it shoots out multiple shotguns. It's like bird shot.
Multiple pistols, and then each of those shoots out their own little horse and marshmallows, and then those throw up young cats. Like, oh my god. You would have to
Okay,
be
so
super awesome.
basically, yeah, I think. Do we have anything more to say on that issue?
Nope.
I think we've kind of got it all
No,
out.
we got it all
think
out. I needed that.
I think I finally calmed down.
Whew!
Woo!
Feels good. No.
Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
It's,
Weren't we supposed to like talk about a studio?
yeah, but I don't think
We got
we
sidetracked.
so sidetracked. I don't think we'll have time.
We've been recording for about an hour.
Yeah.
now, so.
Because with the studios things, it's gonna end up just being like whatever. I'll save it for another day.
That's another
Yeah,
time.
okay.
Like we had a pretty long conversation
Yeah.
about this whole.
Yeah.
I think we
like,
could just.
and-
I think we can
Alright.
just like joke around for these
Oh,
next.
well, I actually kind of need to sort of go.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh,
let's finish
then
it
I
off
guess we
with
should wrap up here then.
Andrew. Remember last week I had that idea for a what we plan to watch for the week.
Yeah.
Finish it off. Let's just do that and finish it. We're done for the week.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
So
Well,
what plan
who wants
plan
to
to
start?
watch?
Yeah, what are we gonna watch this week?
What are we gonna watch this
Um,
week? Actually,
Who's-
believe it or not, I actually
Okay,
I
once
actually
again-
thought of an idea. I'm gonna start releasing videos on the channel every Sunday, where maybe where I issue a challenge for a genre or a specific show. But I think we can do
That's
that
actually
now.
a pretty good idea.
Like if you want, we can say watch a specific genre, like watch a romance in spirit of like Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And it can't be a rewatch, and it can't be a short. It has to be an actual television show that has at least 10 episodes,
Okay. Alrighty. I think I got that.
and
down.
and you can't rewatch it.
Can it be an ongoing show?
Can I count golden time?
Alrighty.
I'm sorry. What are we doing?
I'm gonna issue a challenge. We watch a romance anime.
Okay. I know exactly.
Just
what
watch
I'm
a
going to
whole
watch because
one.
I've been putting this off for a long time. Thank you, Andrew. Now I have.
So
a
it's
reason
Glenad
to watch
time.
Yeah, and with
At that
Clanad,
time.
you only have to watch one season. You don't have to watch both
Alright.
because both seasons in
That's
in a
still
week,
24 episodes.
It'd be awful. Both seasons in a week.
Oh god.
It is literally painful.
I could do
almost
it, but
promise
it'd be
you.
The thing is,
annoying.
though,
I won't be
can't
able
watch
to do
until
this.
weekends, so like I'm gonna have to wait a little bit to watch.
In fact, no. Tell a lie. I'll watch Orimo season 2. That's what I'll watch.
Oh.
I'm thinking here, what is a romance show I haven't seen because I watched.
I'll watch it for Destratus 2 instead.
Oh no! You do not want to do
Oh,
that.
I'm gonna watch Freezing Vibrations.
Yeah, see people watch it
You
together.
know, it's not actually really
Alrighty.
that romantic. There's like two romances.
The romance show I'm
called
gonna watch is
romance.
Pupa.
Pupa. That
I'm
doesn't
trying to think
count.
of something to watch. Maybe, is Shinsekai Yori a romance?
Yeah. Oh my god, I was watching that.
Bailey,
I was
Bailey.
watching that. Really
Shinsekai
good.
Incest is not
Yuri.
wincest. Bailey,
Sorry.
incest is not wincest.
Incest is Wincest. Okay, Twincest is Wincest.
All right, we're gonna wrap things up.
All right.
Okay.
So, what we're gonna watch and then the challenge.
We'll talk about the challenge next week.
If Shinsekai Yori counts, I'll continue watching that because I have been watching it. But like
Shinsekai Yuri.
Yori, I don't think that counts as a romance though. It doesn't feel like a romance.
Yeah.
The world God only knows.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So with me today, I had CB Bear.
Anyway.
Yes, thank you for having us and talking shit.
Will.
I enjoyed it for my third week in a row.
Awesome. And Bailey.
I enjoyed it for my second week in a row. See ya.
Awesome. And I am Andrew, and we will see you next time.
Bye.